All right, we are live. We're on the web. We're back. Tyler, how many gallons is that water bottle that you have?
18.
Hell yeah.
8.
This cup, this could fit about 1,000 of these. All right, guys. Welcome back to the adventure. I think last time we left off, the party met with Sildar in the Town Master's Hall, met Harbin Westminster, I forget his exact last name. A very, sort of, got the feeling a very inept kind of town leader, and also a little bit complacent with the Redbrand issue, would prefer no problems compared to starting new issues. The party talks to Sildar, finds out about a orc problems that are happening on a road ahead, and find out about a new recruit coming down to the town within a few days' time named Dilib Grass, I believe was the name. Young soldier, up and coming, a little bit green behind the ears, but has a lot of promise, and Sildar is hopeful that he'll be able to help with him build up the presence and ensure the safety of Fandles a little bit more than what it has had recently. As you guys leave the Town Master's Hall, Boo Boo gets called out by one of those drunken Redbrands, or hungover Redbrands, and you guys had a fight with them. A fight that would be, safe to say, one-sided once Garrus shoved a mace through one of the members' lower half and flicked them across the road. Initially, you guys are going to go for the orcs and take care of the issue, but because of that quick shift and killing of these Redbrands, Sildar and kind of implored to you all to now take care of that as more of a pressing issue, because there might be retaliation, might be an issue. And you also saw one of the members flee away and run away up towards where the hideout was. You guys quickly take a little rest. Sildar takes care of the bodies, brings it over to Lady Galadriel, forget the exact name, but later. You guys then head over to the Redbrand hideout, which is actually, very interestingly, you go up to the Tresidor Manor up on the hill on the east side of town, and you see a pathway to a stairwell in the back of the manor that is completely derelict and decrepit on the first floor, but as you go down into the cellar area where all the footsteps lead, you start making your way through the hideout. Now, as you guys go through, you very quickly, and almost so far without any issues, take care of a couple of sleeping Redbrands, take them by surprise, and I believe the last thing that happened was that you all dispatched of 3 ghostly reanimated skeletons.
Skellies.
And this room, this was the Tresidor Crypts, when you guys were in, to kind of give you a little visual reminder of where you are and kind of the setup. I believe Garrus and Boo Boo are in the room right now. Fuki and Armand are in the hallway right behind, but they can see each other. This room has 3 large stone sarcophagi standing in this dusty crypt, and propped up against each sarcophagus was a human skeleton clad in bits of rusty mail that you all dispatched. There's false columns along the walls and carved in the image of spreading oak trees. There's double doors on the southeast corner, and the last thing we had was that you all heard sounds coming directly west of you. There's another door, barred door, but you hear what sounds like more Redbrand grunts. You're not sure exactly who, the voice is not familiar, but I would say Cockney, but the slang of how these guys are talking sounds very similar. At least they all are kind of of the same cloth. You all hear that noise. The area that you're in currently is safe. And that's where we start off. You guys are post-battle recovering. I think I gave loot at the end of the last session. I'm me just see. I think I gave the treasure. It was like 2 rings, I believe, that someone took, like platinum rings, I believe, or something like that. Somewhere around those words. I'll double check.
Sounds about right.
I have
Someone has
a
them.
platinum. Well, whoa. It says I have 3.
Yes, because there's 3 skeletons. We have 3. Yeah, platinum
3
signet
rings,
rings.
3
Like basically like
garnets,
a 3 signet rings, which are, just by looking at them, signet rings in general are always for like families to denote your sigil, that has the etching of like a tree branching off on them. You could assume, just like it's a general knowledge. They don't want to make a history check for that. But yeah, the floor is yours. What would you guys like to do? I'm gonna pick the map view for you.
I think we should probably move towards that door where we heard people, right? Try to surprise them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys want to start moving to the door? What's the marching
Connor,
order
go open the door.
Me? Yeah, right. How many hit points you got?
1.
Yeah, right.
I'll go open the door. Usually, I'm pretty good on hit points.
The first thing I would say, go to open the door, Chris. I'll just be like very forward with what you say. It's locked. It's like barred from the other side right now. You feel it just not opening. So I mean that the lock doesn't move, and it's like very sturdy right now. The one that's straight, I'll move Garrus right over to it. Yeah, you get this like sense that the door is locked right now.
Are there like can I see? Are there like any peepholes or anything, or it's a solid door?
What do you mean by people? Is like, are there like, do you
Like,
see
does it
through?
have,
It's
like,
a
a little
solid door.
window?
Yeah, it's all like it's a solid wood oak door. In terms of like, it has like some, when they like barrels have them around them, when they have like an iron fitting on the outside of them. Compared to the other doors in this place, with some of them looked a little bit more like old, wear down time. This one looks a little bit more reinforced, just slightly, just like a little bit newer. I was gonna say investigation, but I think that's like, you can just see that from. This looks newer.
Should we knock?
Fuck it.
Why not?
All right, fuck
You
it.
wanna
I knock on the door.
Okay, yeah. So before you guys went, like, you were in the room, you heard a lot of like rustling, like what was that? And like just kind of things shifting around inside. You knock a few times. Quiet.
They're afraid.
Pussy.
Jerk.
Pussies.
Can we does somebody want to try to bash this door down? Looking at you, boo boo.
So,
You can try to bash the door down. Yeah, you could try it. Whatever you want to do.
sure. Bash it down.
All right, we'll bash it down. So, Boo Boo, I'm going to request from you
Boo-boo at it.
a strength saving throw, strength ability check. And I'll request it. Let's see what you get. You just kind of miss your footing as you run into the door, and it kind of like use your shoulder, and it just kind of fall against it and like slump down and slide a little bit on it. You kind of jumped and hit and slid. You didn't get a good start on it, I would say.
But it didn't peel.
Yeah, almost like someone threw one right down. Couldn't see it.
Oh, hold up. I'm gonna use one of my thaumaturgies to instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open.
An unlocked door?
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Unlocked.
Oh, an unlocked door. Gotcha.
That's
Yeah,
goofy.
my bad. I got too excited.
No, it's all good. It's all good. That's a feel like playing Magic when I do that stuff. Like, there's a card
Do we
set.
need
You
like
saw
a
lock
lock
and you were
pick
like,
kit
yes.
to like? Do we need like a
What was that?
lock pick kit to like try to
Yeah.
open the door?
Does anybody have one of those on them?
I don't.
Any like thieves' tools
Definitely
would
not
be
me.
the thing you would see in your inventory. Oops. I'm assuming at this point
I
you
have a
all kind of
Warhammer.
enter the room. I'm just gonna put you all
Yeah.
in here.
I have Frank's toe knife.
You have Frank's toe knife. You do. Frank, the man
you
who
have,
was picking his
doo-doo.
toes last session.
You can smash doo-doo into the door.
I would say this. If you wanted to try to pick the lock with that, I would say it would have to be someone who probably would be proficient with it, or somewhat proficient with those kind of things.
Would you need like
It's professional
sleight
with
of
toe
hand or
knives.
like stealth or something?
It would
What
be
skill would that be?
It would be a dexterity check. Normally the DC on this would be 10 with the thieves kit. I would say
could
if
try,
you can get a 12 or higher, because it's an improv. It's not like you're not using like the actual things to get in there. You're using a knife. I would make it a little bit harder because it's not like a complicated lock, but it's because it's a little more
Yeah.
clumsy.
Tyler, my dexterity is like 17. I could try.
Then take it.
You give me that. You give me that toe knife.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, so you pass the toe knife over to
Throw
Fuki.
it to me.
Give you this toe.
Do you throw it or do you pass it?
He throws it with his foot.
Pass it. We're not animals here.
Hey, I'm just making sure. Whatever you say you do, you do. All right, so you pass it. And Fuki
I
said
have
he
to believe
threw it.
inside.
Okay. So I am gonna do a dexterity roll.
A dexterity. Yeah. Do you want me to
Ability
request it
check?
or do you got it? It's a
Ability check.
ability check. Yeah, not a saving throw. Saving throw is like if you tripped or something.
Oh god.
It's just a little bit too cumbersome. It's just not as dexterous as like you've had stealing kits in the past. It's like trying to do something one-handed.
Toe jam on it.
You try to get in there. It's just like it's a little crusted. Just can't really get it sorted. These are
Well,
tricky situations
guess
because you
we
guys have
gotta-
tried strength. You've tried dexterity. What other must be other ways potentially? I don't know what, but
Can
whatever
I
you can think
investigate
of.
the door?
Sure,
See if there's like a flaw or something.
sure. Let me roll and see if
Then
there is a flaw.
investigate the door.
13.
Probably should
They
have
built
started
it
with
with
that.
cedar wood.
All right, I'm gonna roll to see if there is a flaw, because right now there are no flaws, but I'll make one up. If I roll, I'm gonna roll a d4. If I roll a 3 or 4, I'll find some kind of defect. If I roll a 1 or 2, currently in the thing, it's a normal door. There's nothing there, but I'll see.
Okay.
Roll something else. There might be something there. Just make it interesting. D4. What did I just say? It doesn't happen, right?
You said.
No,
Zero,
no.
three, or
I know,
four.
I know this.
I know you
I
said
think
if you
it's
roll a 3 or 4, then yeah. Chill,
Yeah, it's a
bro.
defect. Listen, last game you were tripping me up. I'm sorry. Anyways, the
I
door.
don't know what you're on.
looks-
You're on some shit today.
I am. I'm on. Not sponsored by Can, but I am on a little social drink right now. You do not see anything. The door
Can we
looks
investigate
very.
the room, look for like a key or a secret button
Sure.
or something.
Let's see.
Secret button.
Let's open these sarcophagus, right?
Can I
Yeah.
can I persuade the door to unlock itself?
No, no, you can't.
What if we? What if
I
our
would
investigation
say-
turns up a mouth on the
I
door?
would say here's this. I would say you can do for this case of like a strength check on the door. Like to me, it just seems kind of odd that you wouldn't be able to keep doing it over and over again. The thing is, like with that, it's like the reason why they have that limit set up is that if there's like a time limit on things, like if you're getting chased by someone, for example, that would add like 6 seconds, and you're not allowed to keep doing it that way. In this case, I'll say you can do another strength check on it. The DC will be the same. I would say you could do up to 3 tries before I say this door is not. That will not work anymore. At least in this case.
We're
We'll
getting
change it
in
in
this
future.
door.
Does anybody else
What's
want to
your
try?
strength?
It's same with the thieves tool as well. I'll give that. I'll higher the DC depending on who's doing it because Fuki should be pretty good with that. I give it a 12. If Armand does it, maybe he's a 15. Garrus, how good are you with thieves' tools, etc.? You know, it's kind of play it by ear a little bit. But yeah, so if you guys want to try those methods again, or if you want to try, I'm just gonna say it, throwing someone into the door, you could. It's different. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. There's ways at which you can try it. You want to try a cannonball?
Throw me.
How would you're gonna get hurt?
All right, so I'm gonna pick up Armand, and I'm gonna throw him into the door.
Okay. How are you throwing him? What's like the technique we're using here?
It's gonna be like
I'm gonna curl up into a little ball, or
Okay.
I'm kind of a little tubby. I'm just gonna try to get into it.
I know I suggested this, but just take 1 second before you guys do this. Just if you do want to do this, that's fine. And you're already getting into ball form, which I love. But if you have any other ideas, you can absolutely do it too. Just it's kind of like creatively, all right, how else can we try to get around this? There's sarcophagus, for example. That's a good point. Maybe there's something with that you could use. How would you open a door that's not budging? What can you do?
Throw my friend in.
Since Armand's already in it.
Throw Armand into it. Okay, that's what we're doing. So we're gonna throw
Armand. Grab him. I'm gonna spin. I'm gonna sort of wind up. I'm gonna spin around in a couple circles, like a
whirlwind kind of thing. So you get to the center. Everyone kind of steps off to the side, I imagine.
Yeah, my arms are stretched out a little bit.
Yeah. So you have it's almost like the Super Smash Brothers commercial where they are swinging in the fields, their arms. You're just kind of holding them like that. Okay.
And then I'm gonna let him fucking rip.
You're gonna let him rip right into it. Okay. So 1 second. A couple things we're gonna try there.
After giving a little peck on the forehead.
So I'm gonna have a strength check to see how well you throw him. Let's just see that, because I feel like it's either that or athletics. What do you want? Strength or athletics for that? I feel like it's less when he's moving. It's more about the release than it is the throw. Which one do you say?
I think I want to do athletics. Yeah.
All right.
Because I'm winding up like a pitcher,
Yeah. It's more of the technique a little bit there. All right, I'm gonna roll
It was almost 18.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Because Kevin offered the dice instead of letting me throw it myself.
You guys listen. I thought I was helping. Armand, I'm gonna roll 1d6 damage, just because actually 1d4, because how much was it? 8. He didn't really get it wasn't a full blown really deft throw. He just kind of missed it, and he kind of fell into the corner a little bit. Hurts a little bit, but not too bad. I would say you take, what was it? Oh, for fuck's sake. You take 4 damage.
Fucking dice are loaded.
Jesus Christ.
Dice are loaded.
I am sorry. It's the way that you fall. It's we know when you get injured, and it's less about the way you fall, but less about the speed. It's you just fall on your shoulder. You just hear a little pop sound. It's fine, but it just feels a little jammed right now, almost. But it's not dislocated. It just feels a little something's different now, but it's okay. It's not nothing.
Like somebody threw you into the wall.
You hear in the other room, what the fuck is going on out there?
Can I try to pick it again?
Sure. I'll make the DC a little bit higher on it. So before it was
do that.
12, we'll make it 14. Do you want to roll it, or do you want me to request it?
I'll do it.
Everyone roll. Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We're never gonna get it here.
If you guys have, if you guys want to, you can attack the door too. Just if you want to do like swinging on, like bashing it in versus like trying to pop the lock open. I'm looking up to see what health the door has.
Check the
Sounds
sarcophagus.
like you fucking idiots.
Yeah, let's investigate. Let's invest. Let's see if there's something in the room. Let's investigate the room.
Sure. You guys roll an investigation check.
All of us.
Yeah, I would say I'll do it if everyone who is going to do it, or yeah, that's fine.
Hey.
20.
See, this is what happens when we roll our own dice.
So you see, Fuki. You look through the sarcophagus, and they're heavy. I would say like 2 people could hold it pretty easily, but there are a little bit of heft to them. You see, mostly like smoldering bones. The things that were outside of the tombs, the different sarcophagus, were not actually the people that were inside. They were almost like dark necromantic magic created these things to kind of stand guard there or stand in that area. You see just a bunch of just old bones and just scraps of clothing. But actually, this is where the signet rings come in. Actually, yeah, that's where they were. So never mind. That's where they were. I thought you just got them right away. So those are already kind of looted in the past. But I will say, just by moving the sarcophagus, I think you would notice that it's somewhat of a shape that's like it's kind of tapered in a certain way where like it has like these ledges that kind of go up, and you're looking at it and you're looking at the door, and there's something potentially there with wedging it into the door. There's like a little like sliver of space underneath the door that you can see, and it looks thin enough that you can kind of prop it if you wanted to. I'm kind of doing an investigation check with like also looking around the room for anything that's useful. So I imagine you're looking like, all right, what can be used with the door? And you see that, you spot that, and you put 2 and 2 together.
Let's fucking do it then. Fucking wedge that door.
Sure. Who brings the sarcophagus over? Or the cover, I should say.
Who's the strongest?
Me.
Either me or Doodoo.
Tyler.
Doodoo, probably.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Boo Boo takes the like you tell Boo Boo like, hey, like put this underneath, pick it up, put it over your head, walk over, and you kind of like angle it down and just kind of jam it in to the thing where it's sticking out now at like I would say like a 40-degree angle. It's like wedged to the bottom of the door. It's hanging up in the air a little bit. Hanging up in the air definitely because it's 40 degrees, but yeah, it's stuck in there. What do you guys want to do now?
Bash it.
Great.
You want to like push it, or do you want to like pull it? Like I'm trying to think of like I don't know how this physics are going to work, but we're going to figure it out. What would you want to do? And then I'll go off of that.
Chris, what do you want us to do?
Probably want the door to move up off the hinges, right?
Yeah, I think we want to like sort of like, push down, pop
on it.
And get some leverage on it.
I would say if you guys want to do whoever's going to help with it, I would say probably.
You put Doodoo on the floor as a fulcrum.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. Put Doodoo on the floor as a fulcrum, and then you pin him. You fucking pin him, and then you live.
Wait. Just fulcrum, just to help my smooth brain, is what was that again?
The point.
Like a seesaw.
Oh, right. This is the pivot point. Right. Got it.
Yeah. There you go.
So let's do a group check. Or actually, let's say Boo Boo does a strength check, Garrus does a strength check, and let's just see how it goes between those two. And I'm going to say this door is going to have...
Fucked it up.
Strength ability check?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm wrong?
Yep. Okay, yeah. I would say at this point, as you're doing that, so you guys both, you kind of like push in, start lifting and wedging it. The metal that was on the bar, on the thing, you guys are kind of positioning the sarcophagus like in the middle of the door a little bit, so it kind of goes up the wood, and it lifts up a little bit off the hinges. You hear it kind of like twang off. The door is still on, but there's, I would say, about a 1 to 2 foot tall, like just like ripping of wood on the bottom. It's not completely off yet, but there is a like a 2 foot tall, maybe 3 foot wide space that you guys kind of carved out of the door because of the intensity and the power from both of you combined. But it's not off yet. It's weakened.
I kick Doo-Doo into the room. Tell him to report back.
You throw Doo-Doo into the room.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So you throw Doo-Doo into the room. You throw Doo-Doo and it just kind of like hits the ground and just rolls forward. And you just hear that fucking rock on a stick. It's like, do you have any idea what is going on out there? It's like, what do I know? All I know is they can be near, they're fucking dead. Maybe they'll just give up.
Oh, I'm gonna use one of my my thaumaturgies to make my voice. I'm gonna make my I'm gonna use a I'm gonna make a sound originate from a point of my choice. Which is gonna be Doo-Doo. So my voice is gonna come out of Doo-Doo.
Okay.
And it's gonna be and I'm going to I'm gonna make the so I can do got small all right, so I'm gonna have the lights in the room dim, very dim. And
yeah, so just like candles on the wall, I see like flickering.
Yeah, they're gonna flicker very dim, and as Doo-Doo's gonna menacingly say, "Cast down your weapons and leave the room and flee for your lives and never commit a crime again."
Okay. It's a moral lesson in the end there. Is there anything with the thaumaturgy thing when it comes to intimidation checks? Or anything they say on that, like it gives advantage on? I'm just curious.
No, that's up to you.
I'm gonna say
I manifest a minor wonder.
You're gonna do that too, both of those, or no?
I mean, that's just a description of.
That's what it's doing. Yes. Got it. Okay, so I will say let's roll a intimidation check. I'm gonna think. It's tough when you add in the lights going down and everything, but these guys
sounds like it should be an advantage.
Yeah, but these guys are right next to a room with like skeletons. So, are they comfortable with them? Are they not? I'm gonna say.
Sounds like you need to have a little roll with yourself to decide.
I know, that's what I have to do. Everything I decide now, it's just rolls. Let's do a roll with advantage. I'm gonna roll them to be if they're gonna get intimidated by that, whatever those people are, and we will see. And do private roll and see. You roll first. Highest roll will win. Simple as that.
You want me to roll advantage?
Yes, roll advantage. Roll advantage on them.
Yes.
They just heard a bunch of noise outside, and the door just like ripped open from below. 8 and 12, 15. Okay. And I'm gonna do a
natural 20.
Oh, where is it? This is
a public coward.
Persuasion. Insight check? Yeah, insight maybe against it. Oh, charisma saving throw. That's what I'm doing. Right. So let's see. Charisma. And one more. So the trick with those is that I should roll those private, but okay. Because he does. You see the name of the person, right?
It says ruffian.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to roll it so you guys don't see the name, just see the result. Yeah, so you guys, you hear one of them starts like, he's like, I don't know what that is, but I don't trust it. He's like, do you know what Staff has been up to? This is just probably another one of his tests that he does. This is very funny. Like it's all just. I'm sure he's just making sure that we're not letting these prisoners. I actually don't know his exact reasoning, but it's just another one of those magic tricks that he does. He's like the other ruffian. I'm gonna have him roll again, persuasion check a little bit, against, and see if he can persuade him. He's probably gonna be like, it's like, thing or not, heard a bunch of smashing around. The door next to the fucking skeletons that are in there is now propped open. If it is something that is a test or a trial, I want to know, because these people think that they can potentially escape. They're going to revolt, kill us. Let's see if he wins. Nope. He does not. The other guy's like, you're a fucking pussy. It's like, sit down over there and shut up. And he, the ruffian takes Boo Boo and just puts him off to the side. Sorry, Doo Doo. Puts him off to the side.
So. We,
what would be the next
Sorry, I
thing
got
you guys want to
for
try?
a second there. Did I miss something important?
It's one of the ruffians try to convince the other one that it's like, something's fucking weird, and the other one who rolled high against the intimidation was like, he rolled low against it, so he couldn't convince it.
Cool. Sick.
I know. If you guys want to try a dexterity check again on the door, or some kind of way of, now the door's slightly damaged, there's some other way of wanting to get into it. It's your call.
The door's not fully open yet.
No, it's
I thought it was
about
open when
2
you
by
threw the
3
rock at it.
foot. Yeah. Doo-Doo is in the room. You don't know where. Yeah.
Shit, we need to fucking can't leave Doo-Doo behind.
Gotta get Doo-Doo.
Yeah, see, Boo Boo walks up and like just stares at the door and just says, "We gotta get Doo-Doo."
So we can't just like start sliding under there, because they'll just like take us out one by one. That's not good.
Can we just
Strategic.
start attacking the door?
Sure.
Yeah, can I
Break
can
down.
I shoot an arrow through the door?
I would say, probably best weaponry against the door would be either probably bludgeoning. I would say if anyone has like a hammer of sorts, I think those would do fairly well.
Got a mace.
Me and Boo Boo and me both have hammers.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say let's have you guys roll against roll to attack the door, and that'll just do damage. I have the damage of the door right now.
Just
Wait,
both
so
of
is
us.
there
of
like
us,
a
or
like
just-
hole in the door or something?
I would say, I mean, you all could. I'll just give you like the thing of like hitting a door with like a sword. It's not really going to do that much, like, physics-wise, but hitting it with like a blunt weapon or a bludgeoning weapon would do a little bit more. Roll to hit the
Got a
door.
mace.
It's like rolling to hit the door you should hit it, but you still hit it. It's a strength ability check. That says
Damage
but
or
it's fine.
attack?
Just do attack. I'm gonna say no matter what you roll, you hit the door.
Oh, okay, so do an attack.
Yeah, it's doing normal like damage, attack, or actually, sorry, roll for damage. Don't have to roll for attack.
Hey.
Attack 22, perfect. Not a nat 20, but just roll. Yeah, roll damage on it. 6, and Armand's getting in there too. Okay. And then Boo Boo, roll for damage. There you go. Okay, everyone's got damage in. So we got 12, 16 damage. How does this all visually? How's this stack right now? What are you guys kind of doing? Is Garrus in the middle in front of the door, overhand swinging. Where's Armand? How's everyone's kind of positioning on this?
I'm between legs.
You're between the legs of whoever is there. Boo Boo, how are you swinging your thing?
Swinging at the hole, the bottom of the door.
Weak point. Gotcha. So, what happens is you guys all hit it. The door takes 16 damage. The door had HP of 20, and you guys smash the door off its hinges. It kind of like blows inward and like splinters inward. And as you're looking in the room, you guys don't see anything in the immediate, like at least as soon as the door blows in, you just see straight ahead of like a pile of trash, like rubbish. And how do I open this? There we go. Yep. To your eyes, you guys don't see anything in there. Looks like the
Somebody
room,
peek
like
their head in.
You see a lot of like filthy like straw for like bedding on the ground. Sorry to kind of give a little detail. And yeah, just like kind of like a little gritty, grimy. You see like some buckets of like water and some old bread, but no people.
Somebody take a look in.
Should
What's
we
the
investigate
what do you guys
further?
want to do?
Can I crawl in the hole?
Well, the door
There's
the
a door.
door's off the frame now, so you can walk right in, but it just like kind of splintered and send the wood straight into the room. It's not obstructed, like it's an open door at this point. For sake of anything, let's kind of move this skeleton out of the way. All right, so marching order is Boo Boo walks in. Boo Boo, upon walking in, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
I'm assuming behind him is Garrus, Buki, similar marching order in the past, right?
Yeah, the use.
Let's go.
Hey,
21.
Hey,
So
let's go.
these guys, you notice immediately there are these two guys on the side. Like as you walk in, you kind of clock them with both your eyes, and they go to like grab you, but they go to grab they just assumed it would be a human height, so they kind of just like reach out and they like cross arms with each other, and they look down and you kind of like they do that slow-mo kiss like the Kirby thing does. Oh my god! So, they go to like they miss you. They look down, and Boo Boo, you got a nat 20. What do you want to do in this room, position-wise? You can do whatever you'd like. That's within the realm of logic. Do you want to jump back into the room? Do you want to? Because like you basically evaded their things. How do you want to? What would you like to do in that moment?
Fucking pin him. There you go.
Do you want to like? Do you want to
You run
in the
over
door?
and grab Doodoo.
Sure.
Still
Yeah,
in here, ain't he?
absolutely. So as you walk in, you clock Doodoo on like I would say like the right over here. You clock him. These guys go to grab you. You just kind of like do, I don't know, just like a quick like duck and slide over to where Doodoo is. Grab him. And do you say anything to these guys?
I'll fucking pin you.
You say
There
a
you
fucking
go.
pin you? All right. You say a fucking pin you, and we're gonna roll for initiative. I'm gonna have you guys roll for initiative as well. As of right now, I don't think you guys can see them, so you have to get into the room or get eyesight before you can attack. I have all the second tab on the top right that has the two swords crisscross. Let's do one hit. All right, we'll roll for this ruffian.
Garrison Fuki with the good rolls.
Boo Boo with 7. Okay. All right. Initiative. You guys are now in battle. So, first up is begin combat. Game no paused. Garrus, you're up.
And we still can't
so
see where any of these dudes are.
I would say at this point, you can tell that they're like, because you're right behind Boo Boo when it happened in your vision. I was like, you see that, you know, the set of arms come across. You know there are two guys there. I would say it's more of like, you can't. I would say Fuki's the one that has a bit of a challenge because he doesn't have eye line from his position. You could attack him in that corner, but it's probably better to get into the room and start fighting.
Would we get attacked though if you try to walk into the room?
If you, that's a good question. If you're engaged with them and you walk out of engagement, then yes. Like right now, if you walk into their space and you're still within that in front of them 5-foot space, that's fine. It's only when you're leaving it. Okay. I believe is where the issue is.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna. Oh, I can see them actually. So
yeah, I guess you can. I guess you know the thing is, if it says you can see them, just roll for attack.
I'm gonna go right here.
Okay. So you roll in.
There's a babe in the back of the room.
Or a couple things in here, which I'll describe.
I know there's a ruffians.
Ruffians.
And I'm gonna take a swing at the ruffian to the north of the door.
Okay. Yeah, top north. Top guy. His name is Jonathan Ruffian Jr. Swing into attack, right?
So, yep. I'm gonna swing with both hands.
Oh.
God damn, dude. I'm so sorry for the rolls, the luck. If again in the future, if you guys ever want to roll on your end, you can click to roll and then you just do the math and you just say what you got or type it out so we have it. I feel so bad when this shit happens. So sorry. 5.
Part of the game.
Does not hit. You kind of like you jump into the room and you take you clock him and you try to quickly swing, but you just kind of, it's almost like entering a space. You also notice as you're turning around, you see 3 women in here, 2 on the bottom side of the room, 1 on the north side, looking very scraps of clothes, bruised, beaten up, very prisoner of some sort, and that sight sort of just distracts you a little bit so that your hit doesn't make purchase as you swing in. That is your go, unless you want to say anything or do anything else on your turn, like a little verbal flare. Up to you.
I don't think I'm just looking at seeing if I have any. I'm trying to remember if I have any reactions or not. What bonus actions?
You could also, if you want to say something out loud, if you want to, I would say let the party know, let.
Okay, yeah.
Stuff like that you can do as well if you want to.
There are some women in here that look like they're in need of help.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
Hell yeah.
I say where I see them.
Yeah, you say there's there's 2 in here and prisoners. Yeah. Fuki, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
We got muffs and cuffs.
I would say Fuki at this. So the thing is tricky with you at this range. I think we talked about this last time with your bow, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna use my short sword.
Okay, yeah. If you're 30 feet from someone, your bow works without disadvantage. If it's within 30 feet, you just have disadvantage on attack. If you were wanting to do that, it's just a tight shot.
Is that just with the bow? What about with a crossbow or something?
It's the same with both.
Is it different with the crossbow?
I think the longbow. So actually, the crossbow's good because it's 30 feet to 120 feet. Longbow's range is 150 to 600 feet.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I hit that by mistake.
It's okay. No, it's fine. But just letting you know, you also have that spear on your back. I'm not sure if you're proficient with a spear, but and you have a short sword.
I guess I gotta step in, right? Because I
Sure.
still don't even know where the fuck these guys are at.
I would say Garrus,
So,
like,
can
you see
I-
how he attacks. You
Sure.
definitely see one above in that moment.
Directly to the left of the door. I can see where
Okay.
they are from my. And
Oh,
Yeah, so you
God.
see
I
this,
relay that to
Okay.
him.
you see him there, right? I would say if
Yeah.
you want to attack from this angle, you could. The guy's slightly covered, like you're in the corner of a door frame. I would say roll to attack. Let's see what happens. I would just say the DC.
With my short sword?
short sword, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Jesus.
10 doesn't hit.
God
AC
damn it.
14. Yeah. You just go to swing,
Okay,
and just
Cam.
like that angle is just like you can't really
Fuck you, Tyler.
get the full hit of it.
Let me
But
see your dog shit roll. 'Cause you always fucking roll dog shit, bitch.
At least one of us is a natural 20 tonight. Are we on the same team?
I have a natural 20.
Barry Ruffian on the bottom here sees Garrus go for the attack. He sees Fuki, but he sees the people inside the room as a more immediate threat. And he's like, "I told you it was not a prank." And he goes to swing at Garrus. Which I can like target you and just it does the math for me, but you know, one day. Let's do that. He's gonna roll for attack. Normal roll. Misses. 6.
Yes.
And just with it. He's so shaky and nervous from everything and seeing the door fly off and then, you know, not short, just like someone he didn't expect in height and just like he's just kind of a little off his rocker over there. He's like, completely misses. Boo Boo, your go. You're reunited with Doo-Doo. Doo-Doo's in your pocket or in your like belt loop.
Can I go to attack the guy at the north side of the door? Does that
You can do
thing
it.
we were
Yeah, you can
talking about
absolutely-
about walking past people?
You can move around.
I'm
I would
not
say
an
the
eight.
immediate. Yeah, exactly. You're not immediately touching him, so I wouldn't say you're in attacking
Okay.
range. That's the whole thing with that. If he had,
Okay.
you want to move up to the guy up top? Yeah. So you move up
Yeah.
there to go to swing. You pull the warhammer out, raise it up. We pull a little
What are we talking about? We're talking about something
versatile. Versatile's two hands.
Versatile?
Swinging with.
Because of two
Yeah.
hands? Yeah, that's what I mean.
Roll for a. Is it rolling to attack first and then versatile? I think that's what it is. So roll
Yeah,
attack,
that's what
see
I
if you
think
make
so.
contact, and then do that. 15? 15
Ooh.
15 just hits. These Redbrands are
So-
these thugs are very. You notice all these people wear different manners of red cloaks. Some of them obviously in full attire, not full attire as you saw earlier. These guys are well equipped. They're on. You can tell they're on some kind of guard duty of sorts. They're not as vulnerable, I guess. But you hit them. Roll for versatile, which is damage, but versatile damage.
Hey.
11 damage.
I thought that was about to be
Oh.
0.
No, that's good. Yeah. You cleave this guy overhand right into the shoulder. His arm falls over. Whatever was his like left arm. I guess he was a right arm guy. Still has a sword in hand, but like his arm is just like limped and leaned over. He like yells out in pain.
Says,
Armand, it is your go.
Can
I would say
I
Armand,
hit
after
him?
this, yes, after this, I would say that you, he like falls down to the ground a little bit, and you get a chance to take a shot after that one hit happens. The one thing I want to check, just so I want to be, because it's the same with like Fuki with the range attacks. What's your sling? 30 to 120 feet. So basically what that means is as long as they're 30 feet or 120 feet, it's normal attack. If they're closer than that, it's an attack with disadvantage. Sometimes we'll play it that way, but I would say just because
I'm
of the
10
angle.
feet right now.
So you could move back and get a shot if you wanted to do that, and it would be a normal roll.
Right now it's a disadvantage.
Right now it's a disadvantage because you're within the 30 feet thing. But as long as you have that line of sight, which you will still have as you go. I mean, here's the thing though. Then you have the sarcophagus in front of you too.
Right.
It's a tricky one. I would say if you're gonna shoot, it's going to be a disadvantage.
This is
in this
the
room.
slingshot.
Yeah, it has a 30 to 120 foot requirement on it, which I haven't been doing in the past. I noticed it recently. You can still roll to attack even with disadvantage. It's still an attack. Still could happen. So you shot out someone's butt cheek the other day, so you feel pretty confident. So good luck there.
I'll do the sling.
All right, slingshot attack with disadvantage. Let's see what we get. Six. This is a hard shot. It's a hard shot. Moving target. The guy's a little erratic. Just kind of pings off into the room. Missing his purchase. All right. Whoopsie. Hold on. That was after Armand. Now the ruffian on the top, Jonathan Ruffian Jr. He is going to immediately look over at Boo Boo and be like, "My fucking arm!" And he is going to swing. Let's see if he has anything special that he's going to do. He's going to do 2 melee attacks because now he's a little bit more enraged. Let's see what happens. So, roll to attack once on Boo Boo. Normal. Roll to attack once on Boo Boo. Okay. An 18 and a 13. Do any of those hit?
Armor class is 13.
So
I mean, those both hit.
Yeah, those are both hit.
Well,
Ruffian swings. I was gonna say the damage happens at once. Not like it's gonna. Yeah. 5 and 3.
Sheesh. I got you.
Gotcha. Thank you, buddy.
What was it?
5 and 3.
5 and 3.
What a fucking.
You take 8 damage.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. You guys see Boo Boo take this enraged ruffian just swings up, slashes down twice against him, and Boo Boo is looking rough. The guy cut a deep wound into him right there, and his one eye's open, and he's kind of bleeding over, blood's gushing down a little bit. He's like, I'll teach you to mess around with us, you goofy goobers. No, he didn't say that. Garrus, your turn.
Alright, I guess I'll stay put and swing at this dude on the northmost ruffian again.
Sure, absolutely. Roll to attack.
God damn.
Is there anything you do for nat ones? No, right? God damn it.
Critical miss. Something bad happens, yeah?
No, I don't have those planned out. I would just say just miss. There's no even with bonuses and everything that could potentially hit, you just purely miss.
Hits me in the head.
If you guys have it, it's up to you. If you want to roll for that, you can choose. I give it in your hand.
Let's get him out with the way the rolls are going tonight.
No. Okay. You miss. You just try. You're kind of taken aback by Boo Boo. You catch him in the corner of your eye as you're swinging in, and you realize he's not looking good. Do you have any bonus actions or anything else you want to do in your turn?
I'm going to cast a spell on Boo Boo.
Okay.
A reaction spell. Okay.
Wait,
So
a
just
reaction
notice
spell.
I have this.
Is it a bonus action or is it an
Sorry,
action?
A bonus action spell. A bonus
Okay.
action. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Boo Boo.
Okay.
I just lost it. There it is. A shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, giving it +2 bonus to AC for the duration.
Great. Also, I'll post it in chat so you can see it too. Boo Boo.
I think I can do that, right?
Yeah, I think it's to the left of it. Click on the icon. It'll pop up in the chat.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast spell.
Hey,
Cool. Awesome.
I probably should have saved that for boss or something, but well,
It's-
whatever.
This was your bonus action, right?
2 spell slots
Cool.
though.
Oh, I think that actually is we'll let it fly this round. I think that actually is a...
Okay.
Because I see your active abilities, and you got Divine Sense and Lay on Hands. If you wanted... No, wait. I don't know. I'm a little... We'll say yes. Great. 2 spells.
Okay.
That's good.
Sorry, I don't know how this.
Sorry,
stuff
no,
works.
I'm also like I haven't seen I never did the ability before, so I'm like, oh, what does that actually do? But I'll take your word. Bonus action. Yeah, 1 bonus action right there. Perfect. Amazing.
Great.
Yeah, so +2 AC to Boo 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 Boo. Even though you do feel like you're about to pass out, you just kind of have this like almost like shimmering light in front of you. That's like this yellow light that flickers in and out, and you just feel like there's some sort of protection around you. Not sure what. Pookie, here we go.
I guess I'm gonna swing my sword at the guy next to Boo
Sure.
Boo.
Absolutely. Seven. Doesn't hit. I'm so
Said I had dog shit rolls? What are we doing here?
oh,
I'm hitting people for 11.
That's like your first hit in like ever.
Hey.
Fuck off.
Guy used all of his good rolls last week.
Pookie, you try to hit this guy, and it's just like the angle with everything going on around it, just for you to make an attack. Just misses. Anything else you want to do? Turn, bonus action, anything like that? Movement,
No.
stuff like that. Okay. Okay. Next up is the guy on the bottom. He's going to try to catch himself on his next swing and try to swing over at Garrus, the most immediate guy in front of him. A little bit more aware that this is a life or death moment, he's going to focus up and do his multi-attack this time instead of just a normal attack. He's no longer as scared. He's got scared. Beep. Boop. Bop.
Good luck hitting him.
2 attacks. Attack 1. And attack 2.
Fuck.
Does a
Just one,
19
right?
or 13 hit you?
Nah.
Really?
yeah.
Neither?
Wait, what was the first one? 19? Yes, 19 hits me. 19 hits me.
Okay. I was
Oh,
like,
I was
holy
about to
shit.
say. I was like,
The other one doesn't. So the other like pings off of
I forgot
you,
about
but the
the
first
second
one
gears.
Forgot about the
hits a little bit on like the gap between your armor, your makeshift armor that you have on, and deals just 1 of them for damage. Normal. Deals 6 damage. If you want to take that off your, do the math on your HP thing.
I got it.
Trying to get better at letting you guys do that and manage it. Yeah, Garrus, he just catches you right between it. It hurts. It's not fatal. But it, this guy is not as scared at the moment and realize he's probably gonna start putting up a fight. It's interesting, as you guys are doing this, the people on the edges that you see just are kind of, actually they don't actually move at all. They're just kind of like watching and being very still. And some of them are lying down, 2 of them are lying down on the bottom, and the one on the top is like leaned up against the wall. They don't look
They're next.
scared. They don't look, sorry, they look like prisoners. They look famished, they look tired. But they almost look a little numb as they're looking at you guys.
about to catch these hands is what they're about to.
That is that guy's turn. and he just shouts over to Jonathan up top. He's like, "Who the fuck are these guys?" That's it. All he says. Boo boo. It's your turn.
Destroy him.
You have to kill him.
This guy's
You
still
have to.
alive. They're both still alive, yeah.
They're both still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bags.
I'm going to... attack.
Normal attack?
Attack this motherfucker. Yes.
Okay.
Attack.
Doesn't hit. 12 does not hit. Just you're like, it's almost like you're fading in and out of consciousness a little bit. You're like that guy on the ring a moment ago where he you saw things starting to shut down a little bit. You tried to swing and it's almost like it blinked forward in time slightly and you dismissed, didn't make contact. Anything else you want to do in turn? Bonus action? I don't believe you have any. I just like to get in the habit of saying it. But
Just say something.
You can say something. You can shout. Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
lumped the fuck up. It hurts bad.
You guys hear from Boo Boo, it's bad, I'm lumped the fuck up.
Okay,
Which
that's my
you can
turn.
only, maybe if you don't know what lumped up means, but you know what it's bad means, for sure. Yeah, they all hear that, you shout that out. Armand, it's your turn.
I don't think I have any more cure wounds or anything.
I'm looking at your thing, let's see. Spellbook, inventory, features, channel divinity, active ability. Got it. I think you should be able to do. Yeah, I guess you don't. Yeah, all you can do is you can move into the room, you can take the dodge action, and avoid getting hit. What else do you have? Touch creature. Sling, mace, unarmed strike, yeah. I'm trying to think of anything from your luckiness of your character, like if they have that feat or something. Lucky. When you roll a 1 on a d20 for attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the dice and must use a new roll. That's nice to know. We never remember that. Up to you. Yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna jump up on this coffin next to
Sure.
Pookie.
Yeah, you climb up.
I'm gonna try to pop this guy with my slingshot. What's
Sure.
the range
I'm
on
gonna
the
make a roll.
crossbow again?
It's disadvantage within 30 feet. So I would say it's an attack with disadvantage to hit this guy. Doesn't hit. Fortunately, it's just such a weird angle. It's just hard. You have to kind of lean out and try to shoot it. And you just can't get the proper positioning for it. All right,
Anybody hit these guys?
you did.
No.
You did.
Except for me?
No.
No. It's one of those moments where I'm like, D&D's a weird game. It's a very funny.
Dog shit rolls. We couldn't break a door down.
This guy's gonna look over at Boo Boo and it's gonna just be like, he's gonna look down and be like, I'm gonna enjoy this. And swings out. I had no words. He's angry and he just broke his shoulder.
Fuck me?
Yeah, he's gonna enjoy his time with you.
Haha. I don't think that hits.
Does it? No. Yeah, this guy
Oh, it
swings
would've.
out on you. Swings out because you have 15. Yeah. So that shielding, it's about to hit Boo Boo, but then you see almost the
it
sword
is.
just kind of get flinged off to the side slightly by the magical aura, and he just like hits the ground and was like, "It's like, don't think you're gonna get out of here alive. No matter how many tricks you do."
Damn bitch.
Garrus, your turn. Where did Garrus go?
He's on top of him.
He's on him.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
I bet.
Oh,
Little Citrino. Garrus, it is your turn.
So I'm going to lay on hands, Boo Boo.
Sure. So your lay on hands pool, it's a pool of 10 HP. You can choose, I think, how much of that to use. It's up to you. So it's so it's an action. You can touch a creature to restore any number of HP remaining in the pool, or 5 HP to either cure a disease or neutralize a poison affected creature. So, yeah, you can basically touch and then up to 10 HP come back.
How much HP are you missing, Boo Boo?
a lot.
That's all you get.
8 damage.
That's all you hear from him. A lot. You look at him. He's on death's door visually. He's gushing out. Like his stomach, as he breathes, just like more blood falls down.
Well, I'm going to. I'm going to use this ability.
Mhm. Is it rolling 2d5? I guess. Is that what it says? Do that? That can restore 10 HP per long rest. Not sure.
Full healing that can restore 10 HP per long rest. You can tell the creature to restore. So I'll just manually take because it says I just used 1 HP, but I'll just say I gave him 6 HP. So I have
Perfect.
4 left for emergencies.
Cool. Yeah, make the change on your pool. Boo Boo, you feel just like some of that divine energy that's been circling you a little bit, some of it flies into and just starts to patch up those like grievous wounds that are causing a lot of blood loss, and you feel a little bit back to normal. Weaker, but not like you're not as thinking you're about to die. Let's say that.
So I get 6 health.
6 health.
Yeah.
Add it to your boy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Definitely actually thank him. Me, I'm trying to kill you.
And
Great. Any bonus
And,
action?
then I look at the ruffians and I go, "Oh, I pick on someone your own size."
All right, hell yeah. Let's
There you
roll a intimidation check, performance check. What do you say that is? I would say intimidation because you oid him.
Holy.
11, and let me roll for him a wisdom saving throw or something to make it simple. Or that would be charisma. You're rolling my charisma against your charisma. Ooh, nat 1. He looks over to you a little like terrified. Be like, "You think the demons from outside are actually in here now?" He like looks at the skeletons. He thinks you're just some kind of like evil necromancer. His attention's now, I would say, pulled on you a little bit more than Boo Boo, just because of that. He sees that you healed him and protected him a little bit. He sees that you're now a big threat. But you get the vibe, you get that eye contact between them, you know? He looks at you with that like, you know, I don't know what that is. But Buki, is your go.
I'm gonna swing my sword again.
Sure. Let's
Swing
do
it.
it.
Fucking stab him.
17, 17 hits.
Oh, dude.
Here we go.
Roll for damage.
6,
Let's go.
9. Let's
Yeah.
go.
So you swing at this guy.
69.
You finally get your bearings. It's been a bit since you used a short sword. Like, yes, you threw it earlier at the Yamik, but it's been a while since you got that deafness down. and you just kind of like reel in and slam down over the guy who's like looking at Garrus right into like the front part of his neck. Just like slam it right in. And he like goes, his eyes go white, he just falls down to the ground, dead.
Fucking bitch.
Alright, boy is dead.
Good.
And anything else you want to do in your turn, Fuki? Movement, bonus action, anything like that?
I can't like dodge or anything anymore, right?
No,
attack?
because you did your action was, yeah, use your action to do that.
Okay.
If you moved in, I mean, you can move if you want to, but it wouldn't be an attack on you or anything like that. Just be moving into the space.
Yeah, and that's it. That's it for my turn.
Copy that. Guy in the bottom is gonna be like, God, no! He's like, you'll fucking pay! And he's just gonna swing at Buki at this point, actually, because he just attacked his friend or brother. Who knows? Let's see. Multi-attack. Does swing on you. Attack. Normal. Attack. Normal. Okay, we got an 18 and 11.
One of those hits.
The 18 hits, your AC is 14, the 11 misses. He swings, hits you with that sword just once. At seeing what you did to him, and your arm's a little bit exposed, he kind of like slashes at it. It does 4 damage.
Yeah.
Do you mind managing
have
your
more armor than
HP
me.
on your...
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta look at yours. You have 13 AC, but you also have like
Yeah, why
range
is-
so that you take half damage, I guess. Maybe it's some kind of balancing there. But they said that's the best way to run your dexterity and constitution, but we'll figure it out later. Fuki, you got that? Nice. Okay, Boo Boo,
Yeah.
your turn. The guy in front of you falls over dead. You see the woman in the jail cell next to you kind of like start to move up a little bit, thinking that like, oh, this actually like something may actually happen here and change. A little bit of hope, but not too much. What would you like to do?
Fuck on the other guy.
Hell yeah. Let's say you move
Recklessly.
recklessly. You want to move between Fuki and Garrus?
Shove me out of your way.
Yes.
All right, you move right there, right in the center. You swing reckless attack. So was it attack with advantage?
Maybe.
That's right. I think so. Let me see.
Where do I see that
It's all
again?
good.
Ah,
I got
there
you.
it
I'll
is.
put it up in the chat for you.
I got it,
You
sir.
got it. You got it. Okay.
That one. Oh. Oops. So what do I do? Attack with advantage?
Yep.
Warhammer.
Advantage. Yep.
Attack. Advantage.
20.
Yeah.
Hits. Roll for versatile. Roll for damage.
Versatile. I am versatile.
Oh,
it's a
you rolled a
10.
10 on a D10. Dang.
Let's
I
go.
was like, you rolled a 0? I was like, wait,
fucking-
what?
Yeah, I was like a 0. I was like, wait, what?
Let's go.
Yeah, you swing down on this guy. Like you like pass Garrus like a Ezio from Assassin's Creed. Just kind of like pass him, grab the hammer, and just swing down on him, cleaving into this guy, similar to the other one. Now hitting his right hand instead of the other guy's left hand, and he like his hand just like his sword falls out, and he's like, "Why do you go for the arms?" And then just that's it. He is still standing. He's very wounded. That hit almost looked like he ripped his arm off, but he didn't.
See that, Pookie? I just hit for 13. I wanted you to know that.
I hit for fucking 11 before. Fuck off. We're working together. We're on the same team.
Damn right.
You hear that,
The
Armand,
damage
as it
dealers.
becomes your turn. You hear we're on the same team. They're just kind of going back and forth about. It's like Gimli and
Like that?
Legolas. It's just a little
Lass.
different.
We fight
Like
together.
lass.
I'm going to attack this one.
Sure, absolutely. Roll to attack.
Wait, it's not Armand's turn?
Mm-hmm. My bad. Armand, is your turn. My fault.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's Boo Boo, then Armand, and then Garrus.
Kevin, what are you doing? Come on.
Dude, you know what I did.
Give it up.
If I move into the room, I gotta dodge.
I would say you can move into the room. If you stand where Boo Boo is, it's visually a little confusing, but I think you could share the space with another person. Stout halfling. You can move through the space of any creature that is a size larger than yours. So I would say you can move to, let's say for fun's sake, you can move to the space where Boo Boo is. Unobstructed, you guys would be on the same square. If you want to move past him, I would say then that would be a like a dodge or some kind of movement action. But I think are you smaller than him? Actually,
What's
you
your height?
might be. Are you small or medium? You're not medium,
Me?
that's creature. Yeah,
I'm a small guy.
okay. Halfling, nimblest, brave. Size are about 3 feet tall, weigh about 45. Your size is small. Boo Boo, your size is. Let's see if like there's action. For some reason it doesn't have your class in here. Let's say for the sake of movement, you get in there, you can move to this corner if you wanted to, unobstructed. Like you just kind of like weave your way through, and you're able to rush in. Just to make it simple. Like I'm not gonna go rule book on that because my brain can't read right now.
I'm gonna swing that mace.
Swing it.
Hell yeah.
15.
Hey.
15 hits. Roll for damage.
Yes. Ugh.
Nice.
1 damage. Sorry. He's still standing. He's still standing. He's doesn't look any better, but he kind of looks over and just kind of getting a little frenetic in his eyes. He's kind of realizing that he's getting ganged up on a little bit. His eyes are darting back and forth. Garrus, your turn.
Alright. I'm going to attack him.
Okay. Yeah. Roll to attack. Ooh. 15 hits.
Let's go.
Alright, let's go. Let's versatile this shit. I grab both hands and swing.
Love it.
Damage.
See it.
Six.
Oh, 6. Sorry, I'm like looking for something around my desk. 6. Yeah, absolutely. Chris, or I should say Garrus. How do you want to do this? What does it look like?
I just look at each of my friends and I say, "Because we're friends," and I slam down on top of his head with my hammer.
So his answer to why do you go for the dance?
Yeah.
Hell yes. Swing down. This
A
guy
friendship.
hits him right in the chest, flees into him, eyes go wide, just kind of like shouts out in pain, and then falls over dead. Nice. All right. Do you guys need to use the bathroom real quick at all? Just before we continue on to the next little halftime right now, since I think we have another like 50 minutes or so.
I mean, I can make a drink or something.
Okay.
I'm
But do you guys
mobile,
just want to
so-
say, like, if you need to take a reset moment before we get to the second half? Okay. All right. I'll just crack on. All good. So, the guy falls down, and you now were able, all of you were able to kind of take in the room a little bit. You see that the room is kind of partitioned into these three separate areas. There's a prison cell on the north side of the room, prison cell on the south side, and just like a little like standing holding area in the middle. You see a bunch of like straws strung around, a lot of it used for bedding for these prisoners, and you see a pair of disheveled human women in the south. Um, the cell to the south, and I'm going to retcon. I thought it was a mom. It's or not a mom, but you see a woman, a mother, and a daughter on the bottom, or an older woman and a younger woman, and then a boy across the way on the north. The one that is also the portrait of a woman is a boy. So a little boy at the top, mom and daughter on the bottom. And you just see just like a bunch of like prison related things, cisterns to pee in, trays of food, but moldy and terrible looking quality bread. What do you guys want to do?
Ask them what's
them
going
what's
on.
going on here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
no
you
worries.
doing?
So you
What's
see,
going on here?
there's the woman on the bottom. It's like, are you one of the? You're not with them, are you? Like you're actually here to help us?
Yeah, we just bashed those guys' heads, and we're definitely here to help you.
I thought me and my boy and my sweet girl were going to see the rest of their days here. Thank you. Is there any way you can? My name's Myrna, by the way. This is Nielsa and Nars across the way. The boy and the little girl just kind of look up, and they're kind of just like, the little boy's like, "Mommy, is everything okay?" And you're like, "Everything's fine, dear. I think we don't have to worry about being brave every day anymore. We can finally leave." And you just hear just like the little girl's just kind of quiet and like looking down. Arms are kind of just like she's a little numb. She's like, who sent you? I thought we were goners after the ruins at Thunder Tree. I didn't expect anyone to be searching for us or anything.
Sorry, I said the what?
He's like, she basically says, the general thing. She says she's from a town across the nearby town called Thunder Tree, and she's like, I thought nobody would come and save us. We've been here for a while. Who sent you guys? Is basically what I'm asking.
We're from the other nearby town called. I say the name of the town.
She's like,
We're here to
yeah.
stop the red. We're here to stop
You
the
guys are-
Redbrand menace. What do you?
Yes, yeah. So she, I'll kind of just go into it with her a little bit. Basically, she tells you her name is Myrna. She and her children are in the room here. She gives some information about her family. Her family was all walking along the what's the Tribor Trail. They're walking along it, and they got ambushed by the Redbrands, and they've been in prison for a while. She keeps going into the story, and just to make the long paragraphs of this a lot shorter, essentially tells you that her family were captured. Her husband was killed a few days ago for defying these guys. He was in the cell with Nars, and Nars is all of them are traumatized. Her dad is. They don't know where he is, but she's like, I assume the worst. I don't know what has happened to him. She's very grateful for your help, and she says like, I have no way to repay you now, but there is a family heirloom I have that we left when we abandoned the town of Thunder Tree. I'll tell you. I'll draw out on a map if you have it, the location of it. That way you can, if you. It's something that we kept for a very long time, and it's worth quite a bit of gold. We just had to run away so quickly. I dare not go back to that town in the current state that it's in. She offers you guys. She doesn't money, but she offers you location of treasure in her old
Great.
town that she's from. And she asks if you guys can help her get out of the cell.
Yeah,
No.
but why are you guys in separate cells?
Well, at this point, I mean, the thing is, we don't know anyone here. We haven't done anything wrong. We were just abandoned. We had abandoned our home, and we just got separated. I don't know why they keep the women and men separate, but maybe to torture us in different ways. I mean, the way my husband would yell and scream and slash at those bars before getting reprimanded. I think they just like to torture.
She seems sus.
You can do an insight
I
check.
don't
agree.
trust her.
You guys can do an insight check.
Investigative check. See if they're fucking.
Yeah,
telling the
insight.
truth.
Insight will tell you, like if someone's face is lying, essentially. I don't know if you have the
What is it?
Insight check.
Insight.
Insight, yeah. I would say if all of you
Insight?
roll an insight, yeah,
I'm rolling insight.
cool. 11,
Ah,
8, 10.
Not me.
Fuck.
On average, I would say you guys are like
Yeesh.
10-ish. I would say looking at how she's talking and just like how exhausted she is, how famished she is, and just like how weak everyone looks in the room. It looks, if this is a ruse or anything like it, it's too far for someone to go. There's not like a sense that you can gather that this is malicious. You're not 100% sure if she was from this town. Is this town sure or not per se, but or not the town is sure or not, but this reward she has. But you can't glean anything that she's being malicious. You take it at face value. It seems to be straightforward. No ill intent.
Kill him.
Can I investigate? Can I go investigate the boy up top to see if I just
Sure.
like something about why is he separate like that? I just don't trust it.
Yeah, so go for it. Do a you want to do like an investigation check, survival check? What are you looking for?
Well, didn't we just do investigation? Seems kind of silly
You
to do.
do
Oh no, we
like,
did insight
yeah,
before.
it sounds like a group investigation to kind of like, no, and you guys did all a insight check. Like she said something and you all are kind of
Yeah.
like, does that sound true? Investigation check, you're looking at him. I mean, honestly, the DC on this is low because yeah, you're looking at him and like he just looks like a malnourished child right now. His eyes look a little sullen, his hair looks shaggy. He doesn't look as bad as the mother does. Like in terms of the bruises and things like that, but he just looks very kind of like his eyes are a little, I think in an anime when a character's pupils are completely flat, they he has that kind of distant stare. He doesn't seem like magic or anything. What's up? I don't want a milkshake, but thank you. But yeah, this child looks, it looks like he's just been starved of food and had to see a lot of stuff he didn't want to see. He's, I would say before, I would say they both, him and a daughter, look both very just like a little distant and traumatized.
All right, well, I guess we should search the guards to see if they have keys.
Sure, absolutely. I would say you don't have to check for that or roll for that. You look at their what they have, and let's see, do they have keys on it? Uh, doesn't say they have keys on them. They don't have keys on. They were just in there to watch the room. They were there to like guard duty and like take care of them. But in terms of these, it looked like a place where it's not like a prison where they like, oh, there's a guard duty, they go in. It looks like in these kind of scenarios, people just swap in and out and just sit in the room. Your job that day is going near the spooky skeleton room and watching these prisoners. They just have normal locks on them. I would say similar to the door. And similar tactics could potentially be used. That's what your gut
And I
tells
try to pick the lock with the toe knife.
Yeah, you tried to pick them up. Yep, same deal. Which one
There
do
you
you
go.
go to first?
I'm gonna do the one with the 2 people in it first.
Okay, go
Are
down
they all
below next
separate?
to.
Down below.
There are
Down below.
2. Yeah. So you go down
That's
to
dexterity,
mother and
right?
daughter. Yeah, do dexterity, and we'll say it's 12. I think that's what we said. Yeah. 9, 12. Yeah. So you actually are able
12?
to like, you're like jiggling a little bit, and just like as you twist it, a little bit of whatever the crust was on that knife like falls off, and it just kind of falls into place, and you just like are able to twist it, pop it, and I think if they have no idea, they're like so grateful to be out. They're not gonna. They're like, thank you so much. I can't believe you were talking about trading us and selling us, and I already lost my husband. If I saw my children pass, I don't know what I would have done. Thank you. And she like starts to step out into the room and like holds her daughter by the shoulders, just kind of guides her into the space out here.
I guess we gotta try to get the other guy out, the other kid.
She kind of looks up. She's like, "Were you going not to?"
I'm just gonna try. I don't know. Let's see if it works.
Sometimes I don't know if you say it in character or not. That's what I'm always trying to like play with a little bit.
No.
You say that
I'm like,
out of
yeah, I
character.
say, yeah, don't mention it.
Yeah. Cool. 14, yeah.
Yeah.
Also works in that one. Yeah, you're a little bit more used to picking with toe knives, and you pop the lock. That's a pop sound. That's a lot lighter than what it needs to be. Sure. Pops, falls off, hits the ground, and the little boy is kind of standing in there, and the mother is kind of just like, let me go in and get him. And he like kind of like snaps to, and he sees his mom comes in, and like she walks in, he falls to his knees and like starts hugging her and crying. You feel like they haven't been able to touch for a long time, but they saw each other. And she just comforts him, guides him slowly out of the room. And they're both next to you guys, all in this room. The boy is kind of just staring at the guys that you killed, and just kind of staring at them for a long time. The girl is just kind of nesting to her mother. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What can you tell us about what do you know? What can you tell us about the Redbrands? Where is their leader? Do you know?
I'll be honest, I have no idea. They captured us on the road. That's kept us in here and tortured us slowly over time. All I knew was that they were just laughing about how we were going to be livestock for some terrible man. But not even terrible man. I just don't know who. The fact that we're going to be livestock, I don't know anything. They never let us see outside. We just been in here for I don't know how long. Week, 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks. I said a month. I wouldn't be surprised.
Who are you that they have a whole town full of people that could be taking? What's so special about you that they would keep you as livestock?
She kind of laughs, and she looks over, and she's like, I think it was the fact that we were so not special. They didn't see us as a threat or anything, that we just looked like a money that they could fill in their pockets with if they sold us. If my husband was a fighter and not a carpenter, maybe we would have had an intimidating presence. But when you see a family of 2 walking down the Triborough Pass, and they don't have any weapons or anything on them, she just kind of like gets lost in thought for a moment and just kind of looks off, and she kind of trails, a little bit regretful, realizing her husband's dead, all that stuff. No, the fun thing.
I'm just gonna roll to see if I believe her. I'm gonna roll insight to see if I believe her or not.
Sure, absolutely. I would say your insight tells you that she's being honest. There's sorry. There's a sense of like when she's telling it the honest truth and she's kind of like reliving the memory as she's saying it. It feels earnest, heartfelt. You don't sense that she's lying to you, and she's not. On my end, I'm not attempting to lie necessarily. I could roll persuasion. That doesn't make sense. It's more just like I'm telling you, you can believe it or not. But the gut feeling, character gets 100% feeling like the truth. Oh, the music's not going. There we go. Let's see. So she tells you. I was gonna tell you quick about this little treasure. She mentions it. She's like walking out with her children. She's kind of like looking around and being like, right, this treasure. And she kind of goes into detail about how her family, they owned this like herb and alchemy shop. It's been passed through generations. And once the town of Thundertree had undead kind of run through it and cause everyone to leave their home. You notice this is a trend with this region of Neverwinter and the Sword Coast. Phandalin had the orcs run through and ravage the town. Thundertree had the undead sort of do the same thing to it. So there's some kind of, not necessarily what, but this area seems to have a problem with holding back these things. She talks about Thundertree, a nearby town, her urban alchemy shop, and they have a emerald necklace that's hidden beneath a section of storage shelves in there. She never will go and retrieve it, and the shop is in the southeast part of town. If you do decide to ever go there.
Great.
So it just gives you the whole info of it, and she kind of looks around and she's like, "Where's how do we leave? Is there a safe way out of here?"
Should we? Should we?
Because in
So
character, out of character.
I was gonna bring up. Let's just talk within the group real quick. I was gonna bring up. We're kind of hurt. We're running short on spells. So I don't know if now would be a good time to retreat for now and gather our bearings again, and then coming back after a short or a long rest. Yeah, and we escort them out back to
that's
town.
smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. Boo Boo, you good with that? Okay. Yeah. So I imagine you guys offer to escort them out. Plan is just like getting them out, getting almost like covering your tracks a little bit, and so to say, because like I feel like you may, and this is be inferring a little bit, but you may not want to leave too much destruction in your wake, so you're kind of like maybe hiding things or hiding the bodies in here, let's say underneath the hay.
Let's put all the bodies in the coffins.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. You can absolutely do that. And I'll totally, let's do that on our end. We'll put the ruffians in there, both of them dead. You guys kind of go through it, no problem. The skeletons will stay as like a heap of bones on the ground, unless you guys also throw that in there with them. You can do that, whatever you want. Tight. Yeah, I'll see you guys clean up like a solid snake wood kind of thing. Hide everything in there. And you start escorting the whole group out. Now, question for you guys. One, how do you want to leave? You notice in this room there was what's the name? There's a double door in the south east corner of the room. You guys haven't gone that way yet. And it's barricaded with a little bit of like, not barricade, but have like some more tarnished copper plate. It looks a little bit more makeshifty, this door. Almost as if like it was like a new door put up to separate the room. And then the one that came in from up above.
I would say we should go the way we came in.
Yeah, I agree. We have civilians with us.
Well, yeah.
No time to go
who's gonna have the civilians walk with them? The civvies.
I think it would make sense for me to do it as a pal, like character-wise.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, you offer them because, like, Garrett's come from your end too. It's like being a prisoner and being tortured for so long. You see, just like it's not even like these are criminals and they've done something bad or they've done something potentially to deserve it. They're just victims of circumstance.
Exactly.
It just kind of hits you a little bit there. Yeah, absolutely.
I
You
give them each some of my rations.
Sure, yeah. Oh, they take it instantly.
Nice. Good guy.
The mother like takes it and like bows her head, like being so thankful, and just kind of like offers her up to her son. Slowly tries to feed him, and like once he starts biting and like he tastes it's actually good food, he like quickly gets up and he starts gnashing at it really fast and just like getting super hungry and happy. Same with the daughter; they both kind of just like start eating and feel a sense of joy a little bit. I'll detract 3 rations.
I already did.
Nice.
Don't do it.
Perfect. All right. Yeah. And you just tell them to follow you and they gladly will. It's when you guys are their saviors getting out of here. All right. You guys are all back in this room. I'm going to try to just look up one thing real quick. If you guys want to say anything among yourselves, I want to attach these tokens to you. Tokens to Garrus, to player.
I feel like there's something. I feel like there's something, some funny business is afoot in this with these red brands.
Oh yeah,
I say to the team.
without a doubt.
Connor, you're very quiet on my end.
Yeah.
Any better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yes.
Do it without a doubt. Sure.
Oh yeah.
Necromancy and stuff. Taking random slaves. Because you're no
Yeah.
good.
Super sus. I even forgot about the necromancy. That's crazy.
Yeah, something definitely feels like this is not just a normal gang of thugs, just doing stuff. Human trafficking, just the manner in which the skeletons were reanimated and that they weren't from here. It all just seems a little fishy. Absolutely. All right. We're gonna start walking. Boo Boo. Actually, I make the whole party. Actually, no, Boo Boo. Make a perception check as you're walking. I'm gonna just request it from you. Boo, do you want me to send it your way? Sorry.
Ha.
18, 19? Nice. I thought I had the music going. Whoopsie. Okay, and this guy's gonna roll this. Private. Okay, yeah. Boo Boo, as you're turning the corner and you're looking into this room, something catches your eye. In particular, you see this like glowing sack at first, and as you're looking at it and start turning towards it, you see this creature standing in the hall. This creature that only Boo Boo sees right now. It has like it's almost like a human that became deformed over time. It's hunched over. It has this stalk of a neck and this green eye, and you kind of see it, Boo Boo, because this thing is like hunched over and looking around, and has this like very sharp, almost demon-like looking jaw. But the eye almost has these like auras coming out of it, and it's a bipedal thing. It hasn't noticed you. It actually is kind of like sifting around a little bit, and he's looking. And yeah.
Where are we? Are we in the?
Yeah, so you all are. I would say it's Fuki, possibly behind, and Armand behind, and then Garrus. I imagine you're taking up the tail with them. People. Why can't I move?
Maybe we should turn around and try to go through the makeshift door.
Boo Boo. Well, the question is, Boo Boo, what do you do with this info? You see this creature. It hasn't noticed you. It looks like it's. I'll say this from because the roll I got. It looks like it's heading back into the room, like the room that you were in before, going like south. He doesn't look like he's like encroaching or like investigating this area. It looks like he kind of investigated and he's kind of moving back. At least with the 19, I would say you get that kind of elf eyes. Not really.
Do we fuck on it? Or do we sneak
I don't
past?
Might be a little dangerous right now.
Can we all hide in this room here? Let it go past
The number 6.
this room where I'm wiggling my.
Yeah, why don't we?
Yeah, the one with the armory in there. What do you want to do?
Yeah, sure.
Wait,
I'll turn around and run that way. See what happens.
So do you say anything to people as you pass? Or like what are you kind of being like?
There's
be
some
like-
foul looking something up here.
If you say that, make a I would say make a general stealth roll just to see how it is. I think as you perceived him, you're going to be fine. But I'm just gonna, yeah, good, perfect. He didn't notice you before. You hear Boo Boo kind of whisper that. They're like, there's some creature up ahead or some whatever, and starts egging you guys to go backwards a little bit. Actually, Boo Boo, you know what I should do? I should say, you should make a. Forgot about this. You should make a check, investigation check. I would say just to see if you know what this guy is, because maybe you can be like, I feel like you would have experience with creatures in caves and whatnot. 10? I think it's fine. I feel like as a mountain dwarf, you deal with these kind of creatures. You know this creature as a Nothic. Nothics they're kind of like the best example I could think of, they're like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. They're creatures that are very intelligent and almost hyper intelligent, but also have this like insanity to them. Boo Boo, you also know this, just going off of that history in your head. It's these creatures can pry into minds and find out certain secrets and certain whatnot. They're intelligent creatures. They're not like savages, so to say. They're just kind of a little off. And I would say, putting two together, you reflected on a memory earlier, and you were like, it kind of came to you, but then went away like a random thought. That was special in that regard. You know that Nothics do that. So you kind of like seeing that, pieced everything together, like saw the universe moment, and you know it's a Nothic. You tell the party, whisper to them, maybe move back a little bit, but say like, hey, this is what's up ahead. Creature does not notice you.
Nothing, motherfuckers.
If you guys want to do a group history check, just to see after Boo Boo gets that info, just to see if you guys know what to do with Nothics. And Fuki, do you have a favored enemy? That's not a.
Boo Boo with the natural
I have
20.
orcs, goblins, and not Nothics.
Gotcha. I would say Boo Boo and Armand. Armand, you've heard stories of like people in taverns talking about it over time. And Boo Boo, you remember like stories that your mother would say when you were younger about these creatures and what they were like, as ways to like kind of scare children with a moral. Nothics they're essentially once wizards who dare to unlock certain magical secrets that is impossible to imagine. It's like thinking in a different dimension. These creatures are like oddly now gifted with like this cosmic like insight, and they could extract knowledge from other creatures. And they're no longer, it's like they're very magical beings, but they're no longer the same person that they once were. You know, like once you become a Nothic, or if you taste that forbidden fruit of knowledge and try to go that far, it's like the classic whole story of like don't tempt fate or don't tempt God kind of thing. Unfortunately, these creatures, you know, and like after growing up and looking into it, they are monsters. They don't recall who they were or anything, but they just have that like craziness to them, so to say. And I'm assuming Boo Boo relays all that to you guys, lets you guys know about it, tells you that information.
Thanks, Boo Boo.
Probably
How do you
turn
guys
around
want
and
to
go
do
to
it?
those other doors.
What's the plan of action? Sorry, reading.
I think when that thing's in there, turn around and go back to those other doors.
The doors that
What
you were at.
doors?
All the way at the south end of that room, right?
When you guys were in there earlier, you know, on the path that you guys walked, you did not see him. You guys checked your area. To your sight, you didn't see him when you walked in, so there was those two bridges in that room. It's possible on the other side he was. The crevasse in the middle, which I said earlier was a river, it's more like a little chasm going down, not too far, not like a massive one. It's almost like a thieves tunnel to like drag a wagon down and things like that. It's like a handmade little break in the floor. But you did not see him at a glance looking around. So it's possible he may have another place he goes, essentially is what I'm saying.
What do you want to do, Connor? Go to the south doors?
Isn't there a door in the room with the sarcophagus?
It's barred,
there is a
though.
door
No,
on the bottom. You guys have not explored that,
That's
but that
probably
is.
locked,
You have to check. I don't think it is.
Huh?
I don't think it is from this direction and whatnot. I don't think it is. Yeah, I would say you guys check both the doors as you're before earlier when you're about to open that door, just kind of seeing like what the mechanisms were, see if there was anything, maybe a key in that one. Is it unlocked? That door in the older room is unlocked.
Great, let's do it.
Cool. Yeah. So you guys step back in. Booby tells you all the stuff about Nothics, and you guys wait out. Garrett suggests going down to door and using that instead. Totally fine. Everyone follows suit. Question, same marching order. Boo Boo, Garrus, Armand. Oh, sorry. Boo Boo, Fuki, Garrus in the back. Armand. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure. Let me just get this one little piece of info. So you open the door and you see this. Boo Boo sees it first. This is like a long hallway going straight down. There's some dimly lit torches on it. It's interesting, between this room and the prior room, you notice that like there's been a lot of like make shifting in this manor basement to make it more of like a hideout per se. This room looks a little bit more like a normal part of the house. It looks a little bit more like a normal hallway. You see it on the right side veering off. There's like a space in the wall over there, but yeah, you see it pass straight ahead. And what would you guys want to do?
Walk down it.
Who walks first?
Me.
Boo Boo. Boo Boo. How much do you weigh, you think? Over 50 pounds? I think over 50 pounds, right? 50 pounds at least of muscle. Okay. Boo Boo, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Booby trap. Yes.
19. Boo Boo, as you
Oh.
step into the
My boy
room,
right there.
the floor below you starts to like, you just feel it just kind of fall forward, and you see the entire floor start to go out. You reach back quickly, grab the it's almost like a ledge in the corner, almost. It's like a corner ledge with a little bit of lip. You, like, reach back there and grab it, and the floor falls out below you, goes down about 20 some odd feet. But you do not fall, and you're able to get yourself back up. Yeah, you look down there, and it's a yeah, it looks like this was like a false floor. It's about 10 by 10 feet, taking up the center part of the room. There's no, like, yeah, at this point it looks like the floor just fell out.
This whole hallway, like,
What's that?
I guess I'm talking to the group, or like talking it over.
Sure.
But who's the
He
lightest?
didn't fall down the hole,
of us?
though.
No, he caught himself.
Okay,
Doo-doo's the
probably you.
lightest.
Yeah, so Doo-Doo's still, Boo Boo's still standing. You guys notice the floor is down. You can check the room. You can see if there's anything, investigate a little bit. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of some way of
Can
Yeah.
we? So
approaching
can I
this.
do an investigation check?
Absolutely, yeah. Roll for an investigation check. Pookie kind of walks in, looks around, looks at the ground. 13.
Give it to me.
Yep, you get it. So you see, actually, on the left and right side of this thing, where kind of Boo Boo kind of grabbed, you kind of take a look a little bit longer, and it looks like a very makeshift, with also the walls on the side, and had kind of come out a little bit. You see there's kind of like these divots in them compared to the rest of the hallway, which was mostly smooth. This area had just looked like some variation in it. And you can assume if enough space for everyone to get a little bit of a foothold and just kind of shimmy their way across. It is a 10-foot gap. So there, if someone were to want to try that, they could attempt to shimmy across that way. It doesn't look, I will say, the movement doesn't look like, you had to be a rock climber to do it. It looks relatively like, this was put there by the people who made this so that they could navigate this if need be, if they need to escape. So it feels traversable, but there's always a chance that something bad could happen, A banana peel could come out.
I feel like Armand should probably do it, yeah?
I'll give it a go. Right out.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So you want to try shimmying across the ledge, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Just make a acrobatics check. Yeah.
17.
Yeah, you see Armand kind of look at it and kind of does it's funny because of how not funny, but because of his stature, he almost kind of hops across it real quick because he can kind of jump into the wall and he jumps off to the other side and he lands in 4 quick steps on the other side. Amazingly more nimble you would think a man would be, considering how much he drinks, but he had a very twinkle toe moment there.
Hey.
And he's on the other side.
Yeah,
Okay.
that liquid confidence.
It's true. Actually, probably.
Gotta get these people across too.
Yeah. What do you guys want to do next? Who's going next?
What's over there, Armand?
Yeah, is there a switch or
let
something
me check
over
this
there?
out.
Sure. Yeah. Make
Not yet.
you can do investigation now that you're on the side.
Perception?
I would have. Yeah, either or.
Investigation.
Yeah, either or is fine. You're kind of investigating, see what's going on.
17.
Yeah. You see you go look at the doors, and with a 17, I would say that you actually remember these doors. They look like the same doors that were that you guys saw when you first entered the cellar. Actually, when you guys were on the initial staircase before you went down, there was another one. It has the same coloring, the same kind of like oak wood and dark metal, like the same exact thing, just flipped. Which is weird. The cellar has a lot of unique doors. They're like all about mixing it up down here, but this one different.
No buying in bulk
Like a
happening.
Resident Evil mansion.
Yeah, why do they mix match it? What kind of floor plan is that? But yeah, you notice it looks like those doors.
I think you're muted, Connor.
Oh, whoop.
It's
I relay over that I think this is the way out. This is where we came from.
Sure.
So, can we?
What do you want to do?
I have rope on me. Can we
Sure.
throw some rope over to Connor so we can like safely guide everyone over like the
Or
that like lip?
Try to think of how that would work, right? So there's nothing in here like a stake in the ground for you to like tie onto, like a rope climb moment. Armand could definitely tie it around his waist or do something like that as like insurance
And
if somebody falls, and then he could try to like catch them before they
yeah,
if they don't get across fully. I'll give them, we can say it's either they get an advantage on the dexterity check. I think that's more fun, simpler. If Armand, you want to do that,
Yeah.
maybe we'll roll like per time it happens, like a strength check to see how well you can support it. And then if you get a good strength check roll, the person rolls with advantage. If not, they roll normal. I think that's a nice like.
can Tyler throw Dubu across to add some extra weight?
You ask Tyler.
Hell no. Yeah.
You lost Dudu once. You're not going to lose him again.
Yeah.
We're just throwing him around like he's a rock or something.
He needs to fucking put in some work.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to do that, you can throw it over to Armand.
I mean, that's the only way we could get him over, anyways. Is he gonna do
Doo-doo?
walk over?
Doo-doo.
Are you trying to shit on Doodoo right now?
No, it's my fucking boy. I like him more than I like you.
Yeah, it's Legolas and Gimli energy between these two. So wait,
they did spoon together one night, to be fair.
they did? It's like they out loud they have to be very aggressive, but when the time that matters, you get quiet and close. Boo Boo, do you throw the hammer of Dudu over?
Yeah.
Dudu is a weird thing. Great. Yeah, throws over. I'm not gonna make you check for it. It's your trusty best friend. You're able to navigate him fine. Throw him over to Armand. Armand, you get it. And now what are we doing?
Are we gonna start crossing slowly?
So you pass
The rope
the rope, you pass the hammer, you tie a knot on the hammer. I'm assuming you just kind of hold. Are you going to be holding it,
Yeah.
Armand?
Yeah, I'm
as
gonna
like
be
a way to
gripping.
brace. Gotcha. So you kind of like get it a little taut, not too taut. Like you need some slack. It's more like if someone were to fall. So you kind of wrap it around you once, and kind of lock it into the loop and kind of hold it there. And you start stepping back a little bit. Who's going first across?
Me?
Sure. Yeah, Boo Boo. Armand, I would ask you to make a strength check.
Where do I find the
I gotcha.
ability check? Wow.
4.
Attributes.
I would say, in this case, maybe in the future I'll do it, but I'll say in this case, Boo Boo, it's a normal roll. If you fall down, it's you. I did it weird with this way of saying it, but it's a normal roll, no advantage. Armandus has a little bit of like he's not fully, doesn't look like the setup's fully tight yet, and may not be the best, but you guys got to get moving and get out of this place. Yeah, a little distracted. It's you never have to be anchor usually. Usually you're sipping in the back, so it's a little different. Boo Boo, let's make a. Sorry for being a little delayed right now. Make a check. Let's make a dexterity acrobatics check. That's what we're gonna make. So let's do acrobatics skill check. There you go. 6. Okay. As you're going across, you start to fall. Can you make a dexterity saving throw? Let's see if that actually, if you can catch the ledge again. You're like halfway across. Where is it? Yes. Nat 20. Yeah, you grab as you fall, you grab the ledge, and it's almost like as you fall, your arm goes like straight down, and you just kind of like post up, and you just like get your legs back up onto the ledge. Very stable, and I would say you with the nat 20 on that, I would say you kind of like spring yourself across a little bit, or quickly get across. Nat 20 is just like the thing that should happen does in my book. And you turn. It's like when someone trips and they like work their way out of it. To you guys, that's how Boo Boo gets across stuff, which makes you think has some training in acrobats or something. Because it looked very convincing that he was going to fall, but he didn't. Yeah, Boo Boo's on the other side.
Let me go over.
All right, Armand. I would say, do you ask Boo Boo to help you at all?
Yes.
Okay. I'm assuming you would. I'm assuming you would just like watch you do it. Yeah, so now I'm gonna have you roll a strength check with advantage because now you have Boo Boo there, and I think that'll
Me?
Yeah, strength, I'll request it from you. Let's do it twice, we'll take the higher number.
I got it.
Okay.
You fucking
nice.
Fucking bedwetter.
My strength is 0. Like, I don't have strength at all.
So Fuki, you're kind of like, you see Boo Boo's kind of like trying to give Armand like tips on how to like tighten it, and like no, and like he's a little concerned with how Armand like put doo-doo in like the crotch of the pants. And just like is kind of like saying like what are you doing? You see them kind of distracted by that as you go walk across. So you have a normal acrobatics check. Unless you have some ability of crazy ranger shit that I don't know about. 7. Saving throw on this one. Dexterity saving throw, see if you grab the ledge.
Natural 20.
Well, let's see.
15?
15.
Yeah.
You just grab it. You go over, you slip, and you kind of hit the ground a little bit. Kind of feel your arm shake a little bit, but you're able to stabilize, and I would say you get yourself back up to the ledge.
Can we have somebody with strength to grab the fucking rope?
You shout that across.
You gotta take this.
What's your strength,
now?
Tyler?
Hopefully good.
Good.
I think Boo Boo, yeah, you have 16 plus 5. I think more than likely would be okay. Let's request a strength check from the boy. Boo Boo. 10. 10 is enough. Pookie, you have advantage on the roll to get across. So
on the what?
Acrobatics check. Acrobatics with advantage.
Acrobatics with advantage?
Yep.
Yes. Natural.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like you have, you know, yes, it's a little, they're a little like, now can I get your stuff up? You start the path almost like a climber, and you just kind of quickly fly across the wall. Now that you've assessed the terrain a little bit by slipping on it, you got a feel for it now. Quickly and easily, right across. All right. Now we have 3 malnourished people, 1 adult, 2 children, and
Throw them
Garrus.
overhead us.
Put them in the thing. My bad. How do you guys
Throw
want
them
to
like
do?
you threw me.
Do you guys really want to
I guess
throw
we should
a
do the
child?
I guess we gotta get the kids across first.
Sure.
I also have a rope, so I'm gonna tie a rope to myself too, so that there's weight on each end.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we have
Okay.
twice-
Yeah. So on both ends. So one end on Boo Boo throws the rope over to you, and you get to the right
Yeah.
length, tighten it, and now you
Yeah.
have like a makeshift little thingy thing right there. Okay.
Yeah. And let's have the young boy go across first.
Okay. What do you think of what this is?
Look at that.
It's like he's gonna go over it like when you're in gym class and you have to like, how would you tell him to go across it? 'Cause this boy has never. I'm gonna say this is a young 5-6-year-old. He doesn't know what to do. How do you tell him to go across it?
Well, be careful, and if
Please.
something bad happens, the rope will catch the rope.
Well,
But there is like that 10.
Is
he's-
he
he's
holding
also tiny, so he
onto?
can, like-
Oh, gotcha. So now I get it in my head. This rope is kind of like taking the place of the wall, right? So it's like up at a height level where like these people could hold onto it for stabilization while skirting across the ledge.
Yeah.
Okay. For a second, I thought he was like gonna like monkey bar stuff. I forgot he was gonna potentially use it on a ledge. Yeah, totally. I would say that gives them, with also the stability and everything, I would say that gives them advantage. But then, what is their stats? You guys fed them something, so they're malnourished, but they have strength now, so they're not going to have any disadvantage. They're just going to be, I think, normal. So I would say they all have advantage. So who do you want to go first, Nilsa or Nars?
Nars.
All right, so the little boy.
He was by himself without his mother, so he needs to get out of here.
Yeah. Or his mom's like kind of going like, it'll be okay, sweetie. Like, we are safe now. Like, just be strong, and we're almost gonna be home, or just away from here. I don't know. Goes to do it. He rolls a acrobatics. 10 o'clock.
This kid does a backflip.
He all of a sudden throws his crutches down and just rolls as a Tiny Tim.
It's like that movie. What was that movie? The Unusual Suspects at the end.
Let's go. He pulls the Willy Wonka, drops the
He
cane.
does
Does
the
do
Willy
a
Wonka.
somersault.
He just like, it's like when you're young and you don't see the scariness of the world, like you think everything is like a game and you're just gonna respawn. He kind of like gets excited for a moment and looks like, oh, this is like a fun little thing to do, and just like he just darts across really fast, and like you see he has like a little bit of a smile on his face now because he's like, that was challenging and fun, and like I feel protected and I could fail here and not, I don't know, he feel a little bit of joy come back in his eyes, and he gets off to the other side, no problem.
Like, don't
Who
worry,
is
Mom.
next?
I'm just an NPC in Dungeons and Dragons.
I'll be good. You see the kid slightly get happier, slight smile, because right now nothing bad happened. In his eyes, no one fell into it. Just a game. Who is next? Nilsa or Myrna or Garrus?
The daughter.
Daughter goes. Same deal. Rolls with advantage. Let's take a look. Acrobatics, request rolls. That was only one roll in the last one too. It was nat 20. I'll roll 2. Cool. Yeah. She makes it across. She's not as a little bit weaker and a little more tired, but she takes it slow and steady, and she gets across no problem. Assuming the mother goes next, and the kids are kind of just like excited and like kind of like breathing a little bit, and the mom goes to walk over. Acrobatics 1, 2. Oh, she has to make a dexterity saving throw.
20.
So. Oh.
Oh. It's not a good response.
So you see,
she did.
as she's climbing across, her foot slips. It's like shaking. Foot slip. She lets go of the rope and tries to catch onto the wall, and slips from that, falls down 20 feet to the ground, and she takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage and lands prone. Hideout. 2d6.
2d6.
20 fit. 4 damage. You guys see as she falls and hits the ground, she kind of like bounces up. I always go that anime trope. Her eyes kind of go white. All the air just rushes out, and that you coming in? Oh, rushes out of her, and it's like I thought I heard it. And she falls. Her eyes just go white. She kind of falls unconscious immediately. You see the children go from like smiling to start to like panic, and they start to scream a little bit.
Shut up.
Are you gonna do a persuasion check? are you making them that intimidation?
Yeah, I'll persuade them.
What do you say to them to persuade them? Because I feel like you just try to intimidate them. Their mother just fell down, and you're like, "Shut the fuck up."
You're next.
They might have just saw their mom die.
I'll try to persuade them to be quiet because it's still not safe, and we need to just we need to work.
Just tell them like shush, shush. You're trying to call them. It's like it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Shush, shush. Okay, let's roll a persuasion check. See if you can. I'm gonna do 2 of them. Do 2 of them. 16. Do one more just to see. Just gonna take the. I think it's a success. I think the little boy is. He was the one I said before it was a girl, but the one that was across the way, that was with her his father. I would say he's a little bit more like staring and shocked, almost like how he was standing into somebody first saw him. He just kind of mute, and the daughter just starts like heavy breathing, and like she hears you, and she like takes some like doesn't take a moment, but she just kind of like just focuses on breathing and like losing another parent, but speechless. She's just kind of like, you're both kind of frozen there. Not gonna scream, not gonna do anything, but they're terrified. What do you guys want to do now? I would say all of you can do one action before I'm gonna start rolling death saving throws.
She tied to the rope? Can we like pull her up or anything?
She's not. The rope is attached to Garrus and Boo Boo.
She's 20 feet down.
Probably lower one of us in there.
Yeah.
She's lower down. She's 20 feet down.
Yeah.
I would say none of you can jump down or jump back up. It would be.
I can.
You could do an acrobatics and try to get out. Yeah. You could absolutely. You could jump down there, tire, and then like acrobatics up. We can roll for that. However you guys want to. Whatever you guys want to do,
I'll try that. I'm gonna do an acrobatics check. If I fail, do I die?
No. I would say in this case, you can acrobatics to climb down. I'll give you advantage because you know now the distance of it. You can see it. and you're not like taken by surprise on it.
Let me do
I'll
that.
just roll a normal. But question for Garrus and Boo Boo: anything you guys want to do before Fuki does this as well? Because after Fuki does this, I'm gonna roll one death save for if you guys want to do anything on your turn as well.
Good luck.
It's okay if you don't have anything. I'm just throwing it out there as like, if you have anything, great, use it, or you want to do something. Otherwise, you can say, I'll just wait. I'll let Fuki do his thing.
Let Fuki do his thing.
Okay. Boo Boo.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. All right, yeah, Fuki. Let's do a acrobatics check.
Normal or advantage?
Let's do advantage because you're a rogue, not rogue, a ranger. Yeah. DC of 10 was to cross. I would say you get down no problem with 15. I would say the next. I'm gonna roll one death save for her. I would say the next thing you would have to do if you don't stabilize her soon, she will. It's possible she may bleed out. D20. She succeeds. One check. One success. Fuki, you're gonna have Garrus throw down the thing, wrap it around her. Let's say you do a survival check on that. See how well you can wrap it around her body and like tighten it. Unless you want to do anything else when you're down there. Assuming you're just doing that. 12. Yeah, 12. Absolutely. I would say anything under a 10 would be tough. I'm also going to say that you stabilize her. And I'm just going to run a quick medicine check from you on that. Just because I feel like
From me?
you wouldn't start lifting her up without making sure she's stable. Yeah, perfect. I would say you go down there, you stabilize her, you kind of just like give her a little like stop the bleeding real quick, get her to breathe, a little CPR moment. She starts breathing, but she's unconscious at 1 HP, or at 0 HP, and she is getting tied. Perfectly done with a 12. Yeah, you're good. And then we'll do a. How do you want to get her? I'm going to throw the rope over to the rope's up top, so we're just going to pull them up. So we'll do. It's up to you. It could be a 3-person strength check, and then the general high average of it will make a difference. Or you can 2 of you just pull up after Fuki does it. How would you guys want to manage this one?
3-person?
You want to climb back up and help him pull it? No, not right now.
Or
You can say anything though if you want to give suggestions.
we gotta save this woman. What are we doing here?
I mean, I would say to try and what you said sounds good to me.
Strength check? 3-person?
Sure. Yeah. Fuki, I would say you don't have to make a check for this. You climb back up. The 3 of you are all up top. She's you're probably like spotting and making sure she goes up fine, Fuki, like pulling, but also kind of looking down and guiding her up.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say the 3 of you just make a strength check. I'm also going to have the kids make one too. Because they
Ability check, right?
Yes, ability check.
I'm not doing a check though?
You can, yeah. I would say you're part of it. I would say even though you are like kind of prone or like looking down, you can still pull it back.
Excellent.
Ability check.
Good.
Normal. Nilsa. It's not an average. I'm just doing it for flavor. I want to see what they get. Okay, yeah. So Nilsa's still a little just like in shock, looking over, kind of like panic breathing, can't really hold onto the rope. The son sees you guys all helping and trying to pull up, and he wants, tears in his eyes, starts pulling with at the back with Armand, trying the best he can, and that actually helps a little bit. Fuki with the 19. Yeah, you're able to guide. Boo Boo. Yeah, you guys are. The only one I didn't see is Armand. I just have to get a roll from you, but just for flavor, I would say you guys are all gonna pull this person up, no problem. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. You guys all kind of like heave her up in like three quick pulls. She comes up top. She's still unconscious, mind you, but she's not in danger of dying at the moment.
She's unconscious.
She's unconscious.
Can I use Cure Wounds on her?
Sure, absolutely. And Cure Wounds does. Let's see. Yeah. So there's 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability. Go for it. Yeah, 7. She, you see as she's sitting there, she's kind of like, life comes back into her. She breathes in, and like, almost like the damage of the scuffed and like falling down kind of goes away from her, and she looks over and it's like, I can't thank you enough, and just kind of like holds on to you, gives you a hug, and just squeezes really tight, being just very thankful. Yeah, I'm assuming at this point you guys throw the rope back over to Armand, Garrus, and you guys pull each other over one more time. Garrus,
Sure.
let's do.
Well, how do we do that again? Am I doing it?
We're gonna do a. Was it acrobatics? Yeah, acrobatics check. With advantage. Yeah, easy, not a problem. Right across. Whoa. Whoa.
Oops.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's across. Not an issue. You guys are all kind of stacked up in front of the doorway. And yeah.
Do I need an acrobatics check?
I think, did you get across the first one? Where's the first one? You're good.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like the
one.
strength check? I would say because now you have 3 people over there, I would say you can pass it collectively, like total number of people. It's kind of like the first couple are the tricky ones. Then after that, it's fine. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm imagining marching order. Okay, go for it. Sorry.
I would say once we hauled that lady up, I think everyone had a newfound belief in their strength.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys kind of feel inspired. You're not going to let it happen again. And everyone kind of just bucks down and gets it done. You all are across. The door in front of you is the same door that you see. Who goes to what's the marching order here?
Usual suspect.
Usual suspects. All right. We got Boo Boo going front, and then opens the door. There's like 5 doors here. Might be some detail I'm missing here. But you step in here. They're all open. And you all step in, and it is the entryway. Everything looks the same as it was before. There's nothing visibly different. They all kind of enter and follow behind you. Do you guys all just immediately kind of just like start walking out, or do you go any certain direction?
Is that right? We're trying to get these people out of here and get some rest.
Yeah. I'm just double checking. Yeah, so you guys all lead them out and start to like put them in the middle of the party and kind of guiding them forward, just making sure that they're in case anything happens, and you all successfully leave the hideout. In terms of next steps, what happens? You all kind of bring them down to town, and we'll kind of wrap it up around here. You all bring them down to town, and you talk to Sildar, and Sildar's he looks very serious at that moment when he sees all of you walk down with people who look like they've been tortured and abused. And he's like, he just lets out a long, deep sigh, and he's like, I knew the situation was bad, but I did not dream that this kind of situation would happen to this town. And the mother looks around, and she's like, where are we? I have no idea where we are. And Sildar kind of informs her, and you're in the town of Fendelin, and he finds who he is, and he says, like, by my oath I swear that you will not be harmed or ever again in this village, and I will do my best to to find out much of it. And he says all that, and he kind of looks at you guys very seriously and says, I knew that they were gangs and thugs, and I knew I didn't want to get myself involved, but I think at this point, if they're doing slave trade and human trafficking, I can't stand by. Where do you guys need my sword?
Yeah,
There we go.
my boy.
So yeah,
About
Sildar
fucking
sees
time.
it, and he kind of looks around and he looks at you all and he's like, he takes his breath because he's like, I see you're all tired and worse for wear. I don't know how much time we have before these Redbrands get communication out or anything to other traveling because they travel on the roads and everything, to other parts of them, and they are going to come back to Fendelvin. He's like, I think we can rest for a short while, but we need to go back and take care of this as soon as possible, or else the innocent people of this village are going to be the victims.
Yeah.
Basically saying, let's do, we're not going to do it right now, but doing a short rest. He says if we wait long, it's possible that you might have to fight some Redbrands later, or something might happen later because more time is spent and there's a chance of communication going out, reinforcements, etc. So you guys can decide among yourself, not right now. If you want to take a short rest, see if you can get some ability slots back and go in there with Sildar, or you can try a what's the name? A different way of doing it. Sorry, I'm a little phased out there, but choice is yours. Think about it. Take a little bit. Any inklings of either which way you would want to do it? Would you want to do a short rest and like kind of recoup and just take a moment to recover spell slots, or do you think potentially leaning toward the long rest?
Short rest.
How much health do you get?
Short rest.
Short rest, you get your hit dice. So it's your hit dice are, you have one thing of hit dice left, and I think for short rest you roll 1d12, and that's how much health you get back. For Boo Boo, I believe. Everyone has a different thing. When you go to your inventory, you go to your rest. Hit points are yeah. Garrus doesn't have any hit dice. Fuki has hit dice, and Armand has hit dice.
Your
and I
inventory?
believe if you double click your portrait, it's on the top left by hit points and hit dice. I'm gonna say Armand.
Gotcha, I see it. Short rest. Yeah, I got one.
Short rest
Do it.
for.
I'm pretty lumped up. If I get a bad roll, it's not going to be good.
You could also get healed if people have potions or things like that. I think the main thing I'm getting here, it's like these guys may retaliate, and Sildar is kind of like, this needs to stop now, and I can't sit idly by and just let this go on, especially now that it's more than just that. So he's kind of like saying, like, take what you need right now to get ready, and we need to put an end to this. And Harbin's kind of just like, Harbin's not even outside. I think Sildar is going to bring the wife and children down the road to the inn. He says, like, I leave it to you, travelers, to decide, but we need to act fast. And that's that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys want to say to one another in character, or anything you guys want to discuss before we close out? That way you know where to start next time. Your call.
Should we roll our hit die for our short rest now so we can go right
If you want to do it now, yeah, let's do it right now. Get it out of the way.
do it?
So, short
Short rest.
Yes.
roll.
Yep. who got 10 life back. Armand got 7.
I
Garrus
didn't
doesn't
roll.
have any hit dice, so he's staying as current thing, and Fuki got 5 health back. I think in terms of spells,
click
do you
rest.
get your first level spells back on a short rest? Let me see. Do you get first level spells back on a short rest? When you finish a short rest, you can choose to regain 1 spell slot of this level, so you can get 1 spell slot back. So every long rest, you get at least during 1 short rest, 1 back. So you get
I put 1 in.
sure. And Garrus,
Do I get rage back?
I will say, I will check right now.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Does
bathroom.
short rest give back rage?
Bonus action.
Sure. You know what? I think so, because my idea is like the rule says every long rest, in 1 short rest, you get a spell slot back. Doesn't mean every short rest, just that first one. So I would say for your case, it makes sense that you take rest and you're able to like reconnect and get centered. And yeah, Garrus, you're good on stats. I got you on that. I think it's in your spell. I'll just go to your charges on rage. Say 2. Yeah. They had a SR and a long rest next to your thing, so I wonder if that is related to it. Anyways. Yeah. That's actually a pretty good short rest. You all seem mostly pretty good. Pretty well.
I'll take it.
Considering, yeah. So you guys take a rest with Sildar. I imagine you guys kind of like talk over the layout, what you guys seen so far. You get him kind of up to speed a little bit in that hour, while you're kind of just recuperating, readjusting, tending to wounds, and getting ready to go back into the Redbrand hideout on our next session.
Do I get any lay on hands back? Oh yeah, back to 10 out of 10, I suppose.
Yeah.
Great.
Short rests are, it's funny because, like, you know, my brain's always like, oh, just keep doing long rests, but the feeling of how time will progress and things can happen, it's a nice system to have in case you need it. But yeah, you guys are all set. You fill in Sildar on everything he needs to know. He got the children and the mother talked to Grista. Grista got them a room. No expense or cost or anything. She looked over to Sildar and was like, he basically said, like, these Redbrand have to go. And, you know, and just looks at the mother and child just like across the room, being just like, this town was once great and we can no longer let it just fall apart. I'm just kind of imploring with him, like, you know, this is the last straw kind of energy. Like, go do it. So he's more resolved in his decision. Walks over and you guys fill him in. And that's it. The end of the day. End of the session.
Yeah.
Time freezes around all of you as this happens.
What I miss?
No, they just kind of wrapped up that Sildar got the kids dropped off and the mother at the inn. Grista implores him to take care of it because of how serious of like human trafficking is. And you guys kind of fill them in and you start making your way back after you take that hour of dropping them off, patching up wounds. You head back to the manor and have a companion this time. And that'll happen next time we play.
He's always going to be in the front.
It's a very, very good session. I know I kind of got a little spacey and sidetracked. I'm trying to throw you guys choice, but I gotta get better at picking some things out. But I'll get there. You guys did really good. The rope was good. It was a good call. I actually thought you guys might have done something with the sarcophagus, actually, because you used it earlier in the session, the cover. I was like, you can kind of see on the map, these items are each square is 5 feet. So the sarcophagus was almost 10 feet long. You could have actually used that as a bridge. Yeah. Not that it's in the book, but I was like, I wonder if they're gonna do that, or if they're gonna go grab weapons from the old room or something.
Nope, you're not smart enough.
It's not that. I always want to push you guys, as always, to like whatever you want to do, unless it's getting appeared out of nowhere, you probably could just roll and see if it happens. So always wanted to think that way with it. But you guys did a great job solving that, killing those guys eventually, and rescuing people from more trauma, which is great. I'm going to end the stream and save that video. And I don't think anyone's in chat, so it's great. Bye.